So I definitely spent the first 24 years of my life completely in hiding. Just acting, acting like I was supposed to act in elementary school, acting like I was supposed to act in high school. And the first real thing I ever went to, where I really felt like this is real, was my first AA meeting. And I just remember walking in there and seeing all of these people who all looked completely different from each other, and none of them were dressed up in any way. There wasn't a mask to be found in that room. Everybody was just at their wits' end of pretending. And just by being there, they were kind of admitting it's not working for me alone. I need something else. I don't even know what it is. I just need something bigger than me, and I need other people. And so then when I picked up a Bible for the first time and started reading about Jesus' ministry and the people that he traveled with, it reminded me so much of that first real experience I had with people in recovery. Because Jesus hung out with all these, just a mixed lot of just ragamuffins, and they had nothing in common except they needed each other.
AA members.
Yeah, they were exactly like AA members. And so I just remembered that, I remember that feeling of this is something real that I could do. Like, you're not supposed to dress up or be fixed or be good before you go to an AA meeting. You're just supposed to go to find comfort in the fact that we're all a mess and that we all need each other. And that's exactly what I felt like the Bible was telling me about Jesus and church, is that we're not supposed to dress up first. We're just supposed to show up, all different kinds of people, all imperfect, and find comfort there. And nobody has to act. And so then, when I kept reading and found out about this grace thing, where, it's not just suggested, but it is the rule in Christianity that you don't have to be ashamed of anything, that there's no shame, that that's a rule, the only rule maybe. That sounded really good, because a girl like me doesn't really choose a religion based on karma. So then after grace, when I found out I could be forgiven, I learned about, the ideas of life, the cross. Just the symbol of the cross to me is the truth, because, life hurts. And I think a lot of times we think of love as something that we're told it is on commercials or in movies, that love is easy and common and pink and fluffy. And in my experience, in my personal life, and through the thousands of women that I get to talk to every week through my blog, is that love is not any of those things. That love is extremely hard and very rare. It's exhausting. It's, picking up the pieces of a shattered marriage. It's waking up in the middle of the night to take care of a sick baby who's been sick for years and will always be sick. It's a teacher grading her 100th paper at night. It's a woman struggling with a chronic disease. It's hard and awful sometimes, and it feels like the cross. And what I say over and over again is, life is hard because love is hard, and it's not hard because you're doing anything wrong. Often when it's the hardest is when you're doing it right. And so the cross it doesn't teach me anything new. I don't feel like anything in the Bible has ever taught me anything new. And that's why I trust it. It's because when I read about Jesus, it just confirms everything that I've always known to be true. Like love hurts. The cross says to me that love hurts. And the resurrection says, but love wins. It hurts, life hurts. But in the end, always love wins. And I see the resurrection everywhere in my life. I've seen it in my marriage. I've seen my marriage fall apart and go to where I thought there was no hope for it, and then just somehow, by the power of showing up, it came back to life. I have come back from the dead. I was so close to death during my addiction years. I have completely been reborn. I see it in nature. I tell my kids all the time, it's in every tree that you see. It's in the seed that goes into the ground and you don't see it and you think it's gone and you think it's dead, and then it just blooms and flowers. It's just the story of Jesus is imprinted everywhere on our relationships and in nature, and that's why I believe it.